And Miranda.
Jen. And we're here to tell you about
I can't see my
everything. Okay, so the last video that Miranda and I made was about how Henry was calling me a bitch. Once again, Henry's my douchebag ex-boyfriend. And so
You look attractive.
over the week, actually over a long period of time, we have not been talking because of the whole mom calling, my mom and my dad calling his mom, and so we haven't talked. And then finally, because it was like bothering me so much, because he took this other girl to homecoming, and it was just like, it was upsetting. Point being that I called him, and I was like, hey, I have to tell you something. And he goes, what? And so I told him, I was like, I just thought you should know that I didn't go cry to my daddy about it, I just thought you deserved to know what happened. So I told him how it happened, and he's like, first off, I don't give a fuck how it happened. You need to leave me alone. Get away from me. Don't talk to me anymore. I don't want to have anything to do with you. So after he got done shoving a tampon,
You have to shove a tampon every day. Oh my god.
So after he got done, I was like, well, thanks. That's all I needed to know. Bye. And I hung up. Well, he called me back 15 minutes later because I was on the phone with my friend Balin. That's my big brother. And he's probably going to watch this. Excuse
Sorry, I
me.
just snorted.
And so my hair keeps falling. Okay.
I look like a walking.
I'm going to lose my
bucket
train of
shit.
thought. Okay. So then he called me back and he was like, hey, I'm sorry for exploding on you. It's just that my mom yelled at me for an hour straight about this and I just don't want to get in trouble. I don't think we can be friends. So I was like, oh, okay. So we talked for the last time in a long time because we can't be friends. Well, I just got I just got up in the camera's personal space. Okay. And then so then we talked and that was it. And then at school we avoided each other, blah blah blah. It went back to how it normally has been.
Wrong hand.
But then yesterday we three went to a football game and oh hell.
He's
so pissed.
Okay. A mother trucker. I don't want to say this on YouTube.
Okay.
I can say so many things.
You could. So what happened is that I ended up walking into my friend Taylin and she was crying and I said, what's wrong? And
we couldn't understand her.
we couldn't understand her, and then the second time she was like, Henry, and I'm like, oh fuck no. So I grabbed her and I was like, that's it, we're done. I'm totally not putting up with this. This is not happening.
I nearly fell on my face while you were pulling me.
Okay, so we walked up to, because he was with his other friend Michael. We walked up to.
Michael's cool.
Michael's a great guy. I love Michael.
I don't understand why he hangs out with such a dick like Henry.
I know. So I walked up to him and I was like, there were because we were walking up the bleachers and there was 3 steps distance. And so I'm sorry, I just feel like a spaz. Well, so I was like, hey Michael, can I talk to you? And he goes, about what? And so I was like, and Jennifer was right behind me.
And then Henry, he goes no, you can't tell her anything. And I'm just
yeah, he's like, no, you're not allowed to talk to her, nah. And so I was like, you don't tell him who he does and doesn't talk to. And so then he was like, well, what's wrong? I was like, Taylin's crying. And he pushed Henry out of the way and walked down. And so he explained to me that Henry's all pissed because Madison, they went to homecoming together and then she friend zoned his ass.
And apparently
led him on and then kissed Michael. So Henry's all pissed and he won't accept that Madison doesn't like him. So I don't know, he should.
Okay.
Ugh.
Madison, she never led him on in the first place because he can't date until he's 16. Neither can she because of past things in their relationship. But sorry, her getting all up on me.
Don't worry about it.
Madison didn't want to wait that long to date Henry, so
She thought it was ridiculous, which that is ridiculous.
So she didn't want to be anything more than friends with him because she could have other boyfriends in that time. And then Henry, that's what Taylor was trying to explain to Henry. And then Henry just blew up on her.
Oh my god, and that pisses me off.
It made her cry. Taylor is such a sweet girl.
Oh my god, she's such a sweetie. And that just pisses me off because when she was like, oh my god, he exploded on me, he was right in my face. I know what she means because
he's been in my face.
He's been in my face.
He called me an overdramatic bitch.
He called me a crazy bitch.
And yet to be discovered what he's going to say to me.
Okay. And So then I'm in the process of talking to Michael, and all of a sudden Henry's like, I'm not allowed to be around her, Michael. You know, we don't need to be here. And then he's like, wait, you leave. And he points at me, and I'm like, excuse you? And he's like, leave, go, now. And he like points down the bleachers. I'm like, you can't tell me to leave. And Jennifer was standing there, and I'm like, excuse you? Fuck no. And she was like, okay, Jade, let's just go. And so she like pushes me up the bleachers.
Like,
and
because I didn't know what to do. Okay, when between those two, it's impossible just to control what they're gonna do to each other. I mean, they could start a fist fight for all I know.
And Henry being the dick that he is, he would.
He would.
He would hit a
He
girl.
would hit
He
me.
has hit a girl.
He has hit a girl. He hit my friend Shelby.
You see this wrist? I've broken this wrist 4 times, okay? He almost broke it a 5th because he was being a major cock block with me and my boyfriend, and I didn't like it, so I punched him in the stomach, not even hard, like that. And he grabbed my wrist
Oh yeah.
and like bent it backwards, and I was like, Henry, let me the fuck go. And he was like, ugh, and he like pulled away from me, and I was like, yeah, you're really pissing me off. He was like, you're pissing me off too, stop being an overdramatic bitch. And I was like,
Oh my god, that's back when we were like still friends. So anyway, I started crying, and then I guess he just couldn't handle everybody hating him, so he left.
yeah, he went and called
Makes
his,
me happy.
he called his stepmommy and cried to him.
And then, guess what? So my mom texted me and was like, where's my phone? Go get the fucking phone. It's right there.
Oh.
I have the message. Okay, this pisses me off because I knew this was going to happen. Okay, hold up.
Don't laugh at the gay phone.
Oh,
It's gay.
It's Henry's!
my mom
Henry's
goes,
sisters.
my mom goes,
That's why.
"Ah, okay, is she okay? Because she was talking about Taylor. Come back, we need to leave soon. Fucking Henry called his stepmom and is playing the victim. Congrats, Henry!
Congratulations!
Guess you just couldn't manage to get your dick out of your ass for 10 seconds?
He likes it up here.
Apparently. so yeah, this is just wow. And so then she like texted my mom, his stepmom did, and was like, tell Jade to respect the boundaries we've given Henry. No. Henry says that Jade's doing this and this and this. And so my mom was like, well, it was to my understanding that Henry yelled at another girl and she was in the bathroom crying. So, you know, Jade's not to blame. And so his mom was like, okay, well, I'll come talk to you tomorrow, which is today. And she hasn't come over yet, and I'm hoping she
and
doesn't.
right now we're home alone because they're at Walmart and
It's just
we
us.
don't know whether
She's
the
gonna like
fuck she's
show
gonna
up
show
or
up
not.
with Henry.
Which I hope she doesn't because I look like shit.
It's gonna be awkward. I mean,
It's not
It's
gonna
us here.
It's not that it's gonna be awkward because I will
I
sit there
wouldn't
and
so.
tell that bitch to her face that I don't like Henry, I don't respect Henry at all.
I don't even know Henry. I just saw him.
Yeah.
Woo!
No, Jade, remember?
I love you. Just kidding. Anyways, so
Okay.
but
That
yeah,
thing last weekend.
it was crazy.
I'll pretend I knew what it was. Just kidding.
There's a weird face for a nerd. Oh my god.
So my life is unfortunate at the moment.
It's in all of ours.
And then, sorry, this has nothing to do with it, but I left my iPod in my boyfriend's pocket, and he went through all my pictures, which, that's sacred, because girls take embarrassing pictures like, oh, hey, and shit, and he was like, you're so cute, and I was like, shut the fuck up.
Oh my god, baby, you're so cute. I love you. Die in a hole.
I know.
I look like shit.
I know. I was like, I look like a walking bucket of shit in that picture. He was like, you look gorgeous. I was like, fuck you, die.
Aw, her poor boyfriend. But yeah, my boyfriend,
Sweetheart.
I'm going over to his house today, and cause we're, yeah.
Suffer in silence.
That was my cue to calm down and shut up. Okay. Well, anyways, I think this video is long enough and that you've known everything.
Yeah,
you need
it's
to
like
know.
10 minutes
Like
long.
10 minutes.
You know the story of our life, actually.
If anything else happens, you are sure to know because these mouths ain't staying shut. Well, that's it. I hope your life is less
Wait.
unfortunate than I am. Ready? Ready?
Wait.
Made by us, motherfucker! Bitch!